I'm here to brag about this beautiful Book People edition, not just because it's signed and has amazing artwork, but because the story is spectacular. This is my first read by Andrea L. Rogers. She is a Cherokee writer who was born and raised in Oklahoma. Man-Made Monsters caught my attention, not just because it was signed, but because of the type of stories it was trying to tell. This is a supernatural horror style read that follows one Cherokee family through many years and generations. You could read this as a short story format, but with that connecting theme and following a single family, it still makes sense if you decide to read it more traditionally, cover to cover. Each story or chapter starts off with telling you which family member it is, the time period, and with artwork that ties to the theme or monster of that story. Starting in the late 1830s, this ends with the story in 2039. And even though it does have that supernatural bent, you'll see some of the characters mentioned in those earlier stories grown up and making an appearance in those later tales. Now for me, the creepiest story in here was Lens, not just because of the surgery, but the atmosphere around the spookiness of it. It's going to be one that's probably going to sit with me for a while. It should be no surprise when I'm saying I think I'm an Andrea L. Rogers fan and I have to pick up her other writing, especially because even though this is completely original, it definitely reminds me of some other authors that I've discovered recently and have to recommend. If you like this collection of short stories, then you're definitely going to like the next two authors. And as always, the reverse of that. If you read those other two authors, I have a feeling that you're going to be into this. First up, let's talk about Tommy Orange. He's more literary, but definitely that connecting theme and following a single family throughout many years reminded me of the sequel Wandering Stars to There. But if we're talking about all the supernatural spooky bits about it, if you liked the zombies, deer women, vampires, werewolves, all types of monstery goodness that she was able to put into that collection, then you're probably already working your way through Stephen Graham Jones's catalog. Spooky, terrifying, amazingly well written, especially at how it ties in those historical traumas that are real. It seems like he has a prodigious speed when it comes to churning out books. Avi, if you like Man-Made Monsters, I have a feeling you're gonna like pretty much anything that he writes. Have you read Man-Made Monsters? Do you have a favorite story in the collection? If you do, you know what to do. Brag about it, boast about it, get squeamish about it in the comments below.